Welcome back, everyone. I'm going to just make sure I am not muted this time. Welcome to my fall 2023 open house. We are talking Don't Skip Desserts. Super excited to be here. Couple returning comments I'll just make. My husband Gord is just over there. If you just want to say hi when you pop on, or if you happen to catch this on the replay, would love to know what is your favorite Epicure dessert. I will tell you that mine is the chocolate pudding. By far, I use it, we have it all the time, is the chocolate pudding. And the other one is probably one of the returning ones, which is our gingerbread. So we have two returning desserts, gingerbread and shortbread have come back. But I made the gingerbread into, rather than a gingerbread loaf or a gingerbread cake, I made them into cookies. And I know some of you have tried them, and I really like those. So those are probably my two favorite Epicure desserts, although I do like the shortbread. There's a lot of favorites, but I'd love to hear what yours are. For those of you who are new to my Facebook page, my name's Janice Yam, and I'm an Epicure Ambassador here in Edmonton, and I have been with them for almost 19 years in January, and still loving it. Still love sharing good food with all of you. I love seeing people pop up here, my regular customers and friends. I don't find them as customers anymore. I just say, I call you all my friends, because that's what I feel Epicure has done. It's expanded my network of people that I get to enjoy and share good food with. So welcome. Thank you again. I know it's a Thanksgiving long weekend, so I can't thank you enough for spending your long weekend Friday night with me. If you're not sick of me by the end of tonight, I'd love to have you come join me tomorrow morning at my in-person open house from 10 till 12:30, where we'll be sampling everything that I've been making tonight, plus one other dish. And yeah, I would love to see you. I will mention one last time, just because I want to make sure everybody gets their name in it if they want. For all of you who are on here and saying hi, and Gord's keeping track, you're going to be entered in a draw just after this video. But you're also going to be entered in my Thanksgiving draw for one of each of the 6 packages. So you're going to get the pancake and waffle that I did earlier, the candied yams, the beef dip, which my sister actually, who won the draw last time, has just told me she's going to take the beef dip, the ratatouille, which is a nice vegetable dish, the coq au vin, which is on the stove, smelling delicious, and you know it smells good when Gord is, where's the sauté spoon? Because he already wanted to get into it. So yum. And we're going to finish with fudgy brownies. So I'm just really thankful for you guys and excited to share this last dessert. So what Epicure has said is this is a new, we used to have a brownie mix, and actually we've come through a couple different iterations. One had some pinto beans in it, which had a bit crunchy, and people didn't like that, so they took those out and they've changed it. But similar to the modern mac, which was, it's available I think still, the vegan, allergen, completely allergen-free mac and cheese, Epicure's always in behind the scenes trying to make things better. So they have chosen to make fudgy brownies better. And we already had good brownies. So I know one of the girls that was in my small group last year is dairy intolerant, gluten intolerant, and even corn intolerant. And this was one of her desserts that she used to love eating. So excited to share it with you. We are going to make the fudgy brownies. You can make them in the microwave, or you can make them in the oven. It's a little bit quicker, obviously, in the microwave. And from what I've heard is that it makes kind of a denser, chewier brownie. I'm choosing to make mine in the oven this evening only because Gord and I, as much as we would love to, we are not going to eat the entire pan of brownies tonight.
What?
And he just said, what? So I will be sharing the brownies tomorrow. And with gluten-free baking, often you want to make sure you do it and then eat it that same day. I find it's always best the first day, whereas baked items are okay the next day if they're not done in the microwave. So fudgy brownies, without further ado. I don't know who's excited about this one, but I'd love to hear. It's going to be super easy. I'm going to be making it in our returning square pan. So they brought back our square steamer, which I'm super excited about. So I'm just going to quickly throw a little bit of oil in here. Very little. You don't want to use any spray oils in silicone. I'm not exactly sure why that is, but they say not to do that, so I just tend to use regular oil anyways. And I've already got my oven preheated. So we got this. I will mention that what I'm doing is I'm putting it on our little quarter sheet pan, and that's just because this can be a little bit floppy when you're putting it into a hot oven and a little bit floppy when you're taking it out. Put it on a pan. It's super sturdy, so. There, we've oiled our pan. And so what it says is we are going to oil the pan, silicone square pan. If you don't have the silicone, again, you can always do it in a glass pan and or even a metal tin, whatever one you have, you can always throw that in the oven as well. In a large bowl, combine a half a cup of hot melted butter. So I've got my butter here. I'm going to just throw it in the microwave. Let that go, and hopefully it won't boil over like it did the last time. Because what it's saying to do is to use, oh, I could have done it in this big bowl. That would have made more sense. So we're going to let that melt, and we're just going to add the mix to it and mix it in. So I'm going to grab my whisk, and I'm going to just open up my package. Who's here all about the fudgy brownie? I think anything chocolate is always a good idea. And I'm not going to miss any ingredients this time. So we have melted butter. Perfect. I'm going to get my oven mitt, which is here. I'm going to just pour that in. Okay, I'm going to mix that in here. Hopefully you can see this. So mixing in the butter. Put that over there. Oh, so chocolatey. And again, with this one, instead of making icing, because I always want people to be able to try and really taste what things taste like. So if you'd want it without the topping or without icing, you can have an idea of what it would taste like. So I'm going to grab a little one of these. Should have maybe not used my whisk. Let's just get that all out there. Okay, so all we have right now is just so far the mix with some butter. And it's super chocolatey. So we're going to put whipped cream and strawberries on it again. And we are going to add in 2 eggs, and what it asks for is milk, and it would be either 1/4 cup if you're going to do it in the microwave, or only 2 tablespoons if you're doing it in the oven. And then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. So, I need my 2 eggs, which are here.
Marjorie just said that her husband dropped the square dish full of spaghetti and sauced the sweet while removing it from the microwave.
Oh.
And they have white cupboards.
Oh.
And she just said that it's definitely floppy when hot.
Yes. And that's why, like, if you're going to be doing something in the microwave for any length of time, I'll even put it on a plate. I have noticed that the round steamer, like the large round steamer, is a little sturdier than the square ones. I don't know whether it's just because of the shape. It doesn't have the corners to flop. But I do find it a little sturdier. Sorry to hear about your cupboards. That's rather unfortunate. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of milk. So there's lots of recipes online. I actually included one in the newsletter, like tiramisu made with this, like using it as the base. I mean, I think anything, you could do anything with this. You could do like a brownie on the bottom and make, you know, we have our very berry cheesecake. You could put like cheesecake on top of it. You could do chocolate pudding. You could do, I'm not really a fan of the trifles. Is that what they're called when they're layered all with pudding and stuff? I want my pudding, I'm a pure puddingist. And I just left my vanilla over, where did I put my vanilla? Sorry about that. I don't know what I did with my vanilla, but fortunately I have other vanillas. So we are going to add, so I've added the milk, I've added the butter, the eggs, and then we're just going to add a teaspoon of vanilla extract, and we're going to stir until well combined, spread and into the pan, and then we'll just let it sit there for a little bit before we pop it in the oven. So again, using my 4-in-1 spice spoon.
Ooh. So Patty says raspberry in there would be good.
Raspberry would be.
And then Darlene says ice cream sandwiched.
Oh, that would be good too. Or even like, you don't even have to use, like it says to put vanilla extract. You could put, if you like peppermint, you could put peppermint in it. You could put nuts in it. You could put marshmallows in it. You could put, oh, there's so many options.
Marshmallows.
Marshmallows?
The little tiny ones.
Yeah. Gord thinks the little marshmallows would be a good idea. So there it is. It's all shiny. And it'll be interesting to try it to see what the difference is between the two. So I'm going to put this in here. I don't know if I'm even on screen anymore. Here, I'll pull it over here. Hopefully you can see it. Gordon and I might have to fight over who gets to lick the bowl. I'm going to try and get as much of it in it as I can. As a kid, I wouldn't. I would always leave way too much on the bowl just because I wanted to eat the batter. And we're just going to mix that around. Let it puff up. Okay. I don't know, did anybody mention what their favorite desserts are? I would love to hear. Or if they're using any of the Epicure desserts in different ways. That would be interesting too.
Ooh, M&M's would be a good idea.
Oh, M&M's would be a good idea. Wonder how I can get that off. I'm going to use another one. Because I have lots. It's a very shiny, very dark. It looks very different than how our other ones used to bake or mix up. So it'll be interesting to see. I guess it's a proprietary gluten-free mix that Epicure has come up with. So here's our shiny brownie mix in our thing. You could totally do it in our perfect petites, which would help you manage how much you ate of it, or even in our muffin pans where there's like 6 of them. You could make them into like 6 smaller ones instead of a big cake where you could cut it into 4 and have it that way. So here's our brownie mix. I hope you've enjoyed this evening. Again, I just want to say thank you for being along the journey with me. If you're not too sure what to buy, if you're looking at all the products and kind of like, oh, I'm not too sure, come to my open house tomorrow and you can try them and see which ones you really, really like. We do have our solution spotlight on. Every week Epicure comes out with one. And this week was the Julia, I think it's called the Julia Child Collection, or Like Julia Collection. And it's got the Cocoa Man, if you wanted to try it. It's got the Béarnaise sauce. And then it's got the lemon garlic chicken, I think is the third product. For $11, you can try those 3 out and not have to buy 3 packs of each of them. I think it's a really great idea to try it in that way. I will always remind people that we have our Epic box if you would like to get a monthly dose of Epicure with variety. And variety that you don't choose. Epicure just comes up with a mix of 7 products and they end up showing up on your doorstep and you get to experiment and have some fun. I know there's a number of you on here who have the Epic box coming to you or have had the Epic box for a little while, and I'm really glad that it's worked out for you. I don't know whether Amy's still on here or not, but I remember her talking about how she with her daughter would cook what came in the Epic box, which I think is kind of a fun time. So I'm going to call my husband up here. He's going to do a draw for a package of the Fudgy Brownie mix. So I hope you've enjoyed tonight's presentation. I hope you'll go back and watch them. I hope you'll come and join me for the live if you're in town. Yeah, if you have any questions at all, I'm here. Would love to help you get meals on your table quickly. that are filled with delicious flavors. So here he comes.
Hello everyone, it is the last draw of the evening. Just a reminder, if you've won already this evening, your name did not go into this draw. So let's see who wins today. Oh. Sharon.
Sharon. Congratulations, Sharon. You've won the Fudgy Brownie. So really excited for you. And just really excited again. Want to say wish you all an amazing Thanksgiving weekend. If you're traveling, I wish you safe travels. And if you're trying food, try something that's a little daring, maybe something out of your comfort zone. And we'll be doing that tonight with the coq au vin. I've never done it before. Never had it before. Never done it. Never tried it before. So hope you have a wonderful long weekend. Hope to see some of you tomorrow. Bye.